Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm your host, Taylor Gonzalez, and today I am joined by a very, very special guest. You know him because his incredible story inspired the film Arthur the King. And I have Mikael with me today. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, first of all, for joining me all the way from Sweden. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me and figuring out the time difference. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for this opportunity. And I wanted to congratulate you on the film. It is so inspiring and it's truly a film for the whole family. I really enjoyed the film.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's a great honor, and it's been a hard job, a hard work. It's been 7 years of making, and we are finally here. And I'm proud of the movie turnout, and to see the audience score is amazing. To see how much people love the movie. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a very fun, very adventurous film. I was wondering, how did your story go from real life to being turned into a film?
Wow. Yeah, so that's a long story actually. Uh, First of all, when we were in Ecuador, when this happened for real, uh, it became this viral success because it was a Facebook post. We were still racing. We had no clue that this was flying around the world. Like, okay, this dog for people for us was Arthur was following us, and so that was where it started. And yes, to survive that race together and to the finish line and take him to the vet and get him adopted home to Sweden, get the paperwork in time. Like we have like 50 minutes on spare when we were checking in Quito, Ecuador, and to take him home, and the story continues. And I write a book. I write two. I actually write three different books now. The latest is Young Arthur, and to do that, and then the ESPN do this documentary, and then the Hollywood producers, Tulis and the Canton see this, and they okay really like okay we love this story. I think they worked with Den of Thieves before that together, and they're like okay, we want to do a movie together again. And all the stars and there were lions, and say okay, we do this. And but that was like 7 years ago. That's where this journey starts. This takes 7 years to from the first call, and with all the obstacles and the COVID and the strikes and everything that's happened around the movie. And but now we're here, and I'm super proud of how it looks, and how the audience like it.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome. It's been really fun to see the audience reaction because everyone I've talked to loves the film, loves the messaging behind it about never giving up, about how inspiring it is. I was wondering, what was your reaction when you found out Mark Wahlberg was going to be portraying you in the film?
Yeah. Yeah. It's that's things you can't even dream about, to have one of the actors you kind of grow up with, and you look up to, and then he gonna portray you in a movie about your life. That's, you can't even dream that things up, so and also like meet him in person, to train with him before the movie, and be with him all days on set. And he's very professional, and never take anything for granted. He's still this Boston guy, but now he's super entrepreneur, great actor, one of the best in my point of view. And then he played me. It's you know surrealistic, I would say.
Yeah, that is incredible. So, as I mentioned, your journey and the film's message is one of never giving up, following your dreams. If you could give a bit of advice to somebody who needs to hear that message, what would you say?
Sometimes you're aiming your life, your target in life is in one direction. And even if you put everything in your power to go there, sometimes life goes right or left. And I'm not saying that sometimes you might go with the life turns you. And I think that this movie is a proof of that. That sometimes you see a door, and you, even if it's a closed door, sometimes you have to push harder because you have no idea what's behind that door or that corner. And because that's how I did it, and now we're here, and everyone can see it in the big movie.
Yes, that is a very good message, and I appreciate you sharing that because I think there are some people who are on the verge of greatness and they just need to keep pushing because you never know, like you said, you never know what's on the other side of that door. I was
Very
wondering what has been your favorite part of getting to share your story as a major motion picture?
Oh, the favorite part in the movie?
Mhm.
I know when I was on set the day Arthur get his name, Arthur the King
Oh,
in the
mhm.
movie. I had my glasses on, but I was crying so much.
Oh,
That was super emotional. I really liked that part. I really liked the part when Mark and Yukai playing Arthur. Those close scenes, they're also very, very good. I think Mark is fantastic on those things. Um, but also I kind of I love the movie. I like everything with it, and also like the cliff scene
mm,
is very, very close to the real deal. And I think also the zip line thing, even if it's a little bit Hollywood, I really like that part too. And I think you really get kind of what the sport is about, but this movie is not really about the sport. It's about it's a kind of a love affair between a man and a dog, and I really like that part, and that's the thing that drives me. I get older, of course, but I get so soft, and when I see the movie, I've seen it so many times, but I get emotional every time.
yeah, it is a very emotional film, but a very uplifting film. I was so happy when I walked out of that theater. I just felt very motivated. I
Yeah.
felt very happy. I felt like I could go for an adventure run, but I cannot believe seeing in the film just what you went through for your journey. How do you mentally prepare for a run like that?
First of all, when you're an adventure athlete, like a professional athlete, I was a professional athlete. I was training, almost like 800 hours a year. Like I was like pushing like almost 20 hours a week. When you train that much and you're motivated, it's kind of those adventures. They are kind of tough, but you are trained for it. And but I think the biggest part is that you have to prep yourself mentally because you sleep a little bit. You have to push through the jungle. You have to go over obstacles. You have to do stuff. So more like prep yourself for never giving up. And I
Mm.
think that's also helped me with Arthur. We if I haven't like done proper preparation mentally, I don't think I had the power to get Arthur back to me in Sweden.
Well, I know you have to go, but before you leave, I was just wondering where is a good place for people to follow you and keep up with you and your upcoming events, and also where they can check out more about your book, Young Arthur.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Mikael Lindnord. I would love that. And yeah, I think that's the best source, I think. And from there you can find, I have a website, Leonard.se, that kind of junks everything together. So you can see the links to the Eastband documentary, to the trailers, to, everything. And even if you just want me to, do some public speaking or something like that, it's easy to follow me. Just DM me. So I will follow up.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I really appreciate it, and it was an honor to meet you.
Same. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.